When you think about waste and recycling, what is it that you think about? Well, usually just those two things: waste and recycling. But you're missing one very important stream, that being organics. Organics makes up 20 to 30% of our household's waste stream on average. So it's very important we don't forget about this messy, slimy, smelly, but important stream. So let's dumpster dive into part 1 of this series of organics on today's episode of Green Thinking. Take a look inside of your bins at your home or office to see exactly what it is that you're generating. I bet you that a large portion of this is going to be organic material. What better way to start reducing the amount of material you're sending to the landfill than to start separating and collecting your organics? So what's considered organics anyways? Well, things like cooking oils, even food scraps, and tea bags and coffee grinds, eggshells and dryer lint. And depending on your municipality, even things like yard waste and possibly diapers. $160 billion of food is wasted in the US annually. This is over half of all of the produce that is grown. In order to start combating this issue of food waste, consider only buying or cooking what you're planning on eating and using. Try to use everything up. Consider leaving the skin on potatoes and cucumbers. Use things like meat bones and veggie scraps for gravies and stocks. While organic collection doesn't really solve this issue of food waste, it is really great that knowing that this material isn't ending up in the precious landfill spaces. The US Composting Council suggests that 12% of food waste ends up in the landfill. This is only a small percentage of the total amount of organics that get sent to the landfills. Things like wood, leather, and paper. These materials account for 72% of the total material sent to the landfill. Here in Ontario, 28% of material sent to the landfill is organics, with packaging coming in at number 2 at 25%, paper number 3 at 20%. It's estimated that our 32 landfills here in Ontario only have a lifespan of another 25 years. Organics don't belong in landfills. As they begin to break down, they release a gas called methane. And this methane gas is 22 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. When organics are collected properly, they are sent to specially designed processing facilities where microscopic bacteria begin to break down this organic material. It's broken down into rich compost, animal feed, or biogas. The methane gas given off during this process is captured as biogas, and this biogas is a clean energy source for local households, local businesses, and even green vehicles. By collecting and separating your organics from your waste stream, this is a sure way to start increasing your diversion rate and shrink your environmental footprint. This is one way that you can start making a difference, one bin at a time. Thanks for watching part 1 of this video series on organic collection. Be sure to come back next week for part 2 with Sean. And if you want some more information, we're hosting a webinar on Friday, June 1st at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will really get more in depth into the topic of organics. And if you happen to miss that webinar, then you can click the registration link below in the description to access it that way.